What is going on, Reid Nation? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. So let me move the camera a little bit. So it's about that time of year where 2K starts sending these people out to play WWE 2K20 or the WWE game. You know, produces everything like that. And I'm pretty much sure I won't get invited. So it's all good. I'm still gonna be posting whatever content I want to do. Any further ado, we're going to be talking about some WWE 2K issues before my camera literally dies, because these are some issues that I don't think I've actually really just sit there and talked about, because I just say what I want in the game. I don't talk about the issues that are in there, because sometimes when you just talk about what you want, they don't focus on the issues that are brought inside the game. So without any further ado, before we get into this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 20,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. Amazing, yes. So, real quick, there's a lot of issues in the game, and I really want to just talk about MyCareer, because MyCareer is the issue. I think the real big issue with MyCareer throughout the 4 or 5 years, well, I would say I won't even count 2K14 as for the MyCareer. I would say 15, so 56, 17, 18. About the five years we've had MyCareer, the real big issue is longevity. Longevity in MyCareer is the real big issue, where after like the first year of MyCareer, you end up either like in 15, you end up the MyCareer was end up being over. It like simmed through what 15 years or whatever dumb shit was that. And the rest of them, what happened was after like 1 year, like all the cutscenes and all that was to disappear. You didn't get those anymore, which made like MyCareer meaningless to even play. So I feel as if they should just scrap MyCareer and do like a season mode, or I know this is going to be weird to say because we just got this title, but like a 24/7 mode. I believe we had a 24/7 mode in one of the old series, and season mode as well. Season mode, which was cool about season mode, from my favorite one was 07 and 06, and I think a little lower. What you had was you can play with not just a MyCareer player or just a character. You can play with WWE superstars and they'll do their voiceovers. And 07 really had it where it didn't feel just like, like some shit that you see on TV. It was a lot of creativity and funny stuff like going on. One issue that MyCareer has is they always stick to how it is booked, how it's done on TV. They never go really crazy and out, the world with it. Now I could say they did do something a little bit like that this year, where, last year, I'm gonna say last year, where they had the Matt Hardy delete stuff and the world, his world and whatever, and then you had Triple H, the zombie. Those are the only things I could say that actually were just some stuff that you won't see in real life. But for MyCareer, is like for like something like that in 07, like for example, that was the stuff that was real crazy, is like the Undertaker stuff with Benoit, and then you had the Edge, Candice Michelle turning you into a female, and that's like the funniest thing with her little wand. Like those funny things like that should like be implicated in the game, whereas MyCareer shouldn't be just a strict like real life mode. You know what I'm saying? People that can get away with that is maybe NBA. Now NBA has the same longevity issue, but it's kind of made up by the commentary and you boosting your character up. The commentary is a big issue for WWE, and for WWE games, their commentary has not been good since maybe the older games. The older games like Jim Ross and stuff like that. Like when you did crazy moves, like he noted it. Like it was an interesting years. It was interesting years for those games. And I really love to go back to go play those games. You guys seen the series that I did for season mode 07 a couple years ago. But yeah, I feel like they should just scratch out MyCareer and do a season mode. That's just one thing we've always probably talked about, is longevity in MyCareer, because we need longer MyCareer. Like I want something like a season mode. Like if they really want their fans to keep playing these games, they should just scratch out MyCareer and do like a season mode. Like season mode would, like I said, it would be a lot better. I'm saying like a lot, but I don't care. it would be a lot better, and it could actually create more of your fans to go watch it and want to see like more gameplay and stuff like that. Another issue is universe mode. Now I've probably haven't played universe mode in a while, and I have actually posted a lot of WWE 2K19 content. I have playlists like that. You can see my stimulations and my universe mode. So I have played the game a lot. I have given WWE 2K19 a crap ton of content on my channel. You have to go scroll through and watch it and see it. But I've given a lot of content on my channel, and I'm done doing 2K19 videos. But universe mode I did for a while. I haven't done universe mode for 19, maybe in a couple of months. But I do have playlists for those. And one reason that I stopped it is because it got boring. It wasn't interesting as it should be. The last universe mode that I played that was so interesting was probably 14, 13, and then a little bit of 11. Those are the most interesting MyCareers, not MyCareers, but universe modes, where you don't expect stuff to happen. Like let's say if you're playing Big Show versus Rey Mysterio, if you beat him to a point, Rey Mysterio will get pulled out in a stretcher. Like, you don't get that in a game. You don't get that in 2K. More or less, you don't get it. You can easily put people's bodies in purples and blacks or grays, whatever the color is, and sometimes you won't even get a cutscene or anything like that. Most of the times, it would be on the news. That person got injured, or something like that, and I think it's kind of ridiculous how they, doing it. Only thing they really kind of changed the money in the bank stuff and the cash in, which is a nice feature, but it should be more than that. More cutscenes, more interactions, more like when I have feuds, like more just like not the same old cutscenes where he comes out and interferes and stuff like that. Like, have some backstage cutscenes. Just make it interesting. Like, universe mode isn't supposed to be a mode that's supposed to be boring. It's supposed to be one of those like my leagues and my GMs where you are playing with these characters and you're putting these characters through rivalries and doing all these crazy things. Like, those are what mattered. And I'm not sure, but I'm pretty positive they're bringing GM mode this year for 2K20. Not because of the fake leak stuff that came out, but just because we've been asking it for years, and I'm pretty sure they might have been working on it for a couple years to because my GM mode isn't something that you could just work for a year and then have it complete. That's something that you have to sit there and work on. And another issue WWE 2K games has is they'll work on one mode and they'll forget about the other modes. Like for example, I can't remember. It might have been one of these years where they would work on the universe. They'll work on MyCareer but not universe mode. We've had that for a couple years. They'll just sit there and work on MyCareer but then not universe mode. And then this year they kind of worked on universe mode, but not that much. They focused on MyCareer, but they didn't focus. It's like they did 50-50 on each one. So I'm like, MyCareer, like I said, MyCareer wasn't bad this year. It's just a longevity issue that the 2K has, is they need to make these MyCareers so long. They need to make these MyCareers long, because what happens is people stop playing these MyCareers for like a month or two. I stopped playing mine like maybe a month or two later. Like, what season mode for 07, like I was playing that bitch constantly. Like you could play that bitch for a year and you'll still get new cutscenes that you ain't never seen before. Like, that game had like 200 to 300 cutscenes, man. It had to have, like, that's what you need, 200 to 300 cutscenes. That right there, you could easily get like people to still play it and enjoy it. But like I said, universe mode is needs to be fixed. I think if I want to be technically real, I think they should just scrap that shit and just create something brand new. But that's 2K. 2K is not gonna try to risk make it something brand new. But for my GM mode, I know they're gonna implicate it in a correct way. It might not be exactly how we want it to be this year. I know we're gonna get it, but they're gonna keep improving it. I don't know how long 2K has the games. I think they have another year or two. So if they don't renew their contract, we're gonna get somebody else to get the games. It could possibly be Rockstars or EA. And then we have a new competition of WWE games. I think TH is it T no it's Ukes or just Use. I think Use or THQ or something like that. They're making another WWE game to make competition, and that is legit like amazing. Because I just don't want to play a WWE 2K game. I don't go back to play the old games. I want competition. This is actually it's like the AEW stuff, but difference is WWE's not gonna try. But this is kind of like if WWE 2K has competition, they're gonna like keep improving the game. They're really gonna step on their game, because what happens is if the other competition's game is greater than yours, they're gonna sell more. And then WWE 2K is not gonna sell as much, and they can easily go out of business. So you know they're gonna be whipping that shit when it happens, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm ready to see this competition as well. And another issue I have with WWE 2K is for NBA, they always after maybe a month or two, they always update it where superstars have different looks because, for example, D Rose dreads got longer. They implicated it in the game. Let's say if Lonzo Ball is a good example. When he first started when 2K19 came out, he had his fluffy hair. You know, so he had a long afro. But throughout the season, he cut it, and then 2K updated it where he had to cut. They should do that for WWE. Where let's say if Daniel Bryan stops wearing his hair down, he starts wearing it. It just keeps wearing it in a ponytail. WWE needs to update that. WWE 2K needs to update that. They should have it where every 3 to 4 months they're updating it with people's different attires and different looks, which makes the game more fluent, and it feels like, you know, like it's not like old and stuff like that. They should keep doing it until I would say until maybe February, January, February. That's when they should really stop doing it, because then you're pretty much bringing in that WrestleMania attire to the old 2K game when you know you got to put it in the new one. That's an issue I have. I feel like they should actually just work with that. Like saying like John Cena, like maybe when the game first come out, he has his hair slicked back like this, but then maybe months later he has a slick back like that. You can always update it, you know, to that part. You know, one example that they didn't like do was when Baron Corbin would have been the best example of how WWE can use this 2K update with the characters. Like Baron Corbin, when he cut his hair, they should have immediately or maybe a month later like have him with the bald cut. I don't think 2K wants to do that type of stuff, but I feel as if it would make for so much better content, and we don't have to sit here and make these community creations of characters with different looks, because then it just takes away from the original character, and it just didn't make no sense. And then it takes more slots in our created character, and then we got to delete created characters if we got more than maybe 100 or more. It's a lot to take in, but literally, this is community creations exist mostly because people like 2K, they won't sit there and update their characters, and then most of the times us as I know they made like creation superstars, they did it. They like the creation superstar part for the superstars. They did it because we can update the characters, but more likely some of the stuff that we want to update it with is not in the game. So that's when 2K should come in and actually do the updates instead of us. You know, so it saves us a lot of community creation slots. So we won't have not that many WWE superstars on community creations with different like attires that are more or less some attires might just be crazy attires people create, but updated attires won't be on community creation because you'll be already whipping that shit. You know what I'm saying? 2K already be going on that. You know, so I think they should just really pay more attention to to us fans, and then to what's going on with their creations. But the biggest thing that WWE 2K has an issue with is the gameplay and the commentary. Out of everything, I would rather, in my opinion, them work on the gameplay and the commentary than anything else. I'm being honest with you. If 2K was to make the same game they did last year but had better gameplay and better commentary, nobody would be mad. Literally, nobody would be mad. That is the biggest issue right there. That's what takes away from me actually playing WWE 2K games sometimes. Like moves and stuff like that, the 2K commentary and the fans and the crowd should be more excited for. When I hit a frog splash in the middle of the ring and I try to jump on him and he moves out the way, the crowd should go to do some type of reaction. They made the crowd too realistic. They made not the crowd too realistic, but they made the crowd to like if a Seth Rollins or somebody come out, or if they do a crazy move in the match, or AJ Styles or something like that, I want the crowd to pop. Like when Money in the Bank, when Seth Rollins tried to hit the curb stomp and it got reversed into the Styles Clash, I want that type of crowd reaction. I don't want the crowd to just sit there like, oh, like the crowd be like they have no souls or something like that. Like, I don't want that. I want 2K to really work on that, because it's a big issue in our community that these games aren't being created the right way. And the commentary, they need to be a lot more excited. The commentary on the game should not be the same commentary in real life. They should be able to go out their comfort zone and say some crazy shit. Because in the game, you're not going to do the same stuff you're going to do in real life. Like, Big Show's not going to jump off the top rope. So when Big Show jumps off the top rope and the commentary team hears that, sees that, they should be acting like, Big Show's jumping off the top rope. My goodness, what is going on? He's going to jump. Oh my gosh. And then like something like that. Like, that's something out of the ordinary. Like Braun Strowman, he don't jump off the top rope. Like, just the commentary should be different. It should be fluent, and it should be great. They've had 5 years to fix the commentary, and throughout the 5 years they have not. Only time I physically can say the commentary is actually decent is throughout the entrances. When the entrances happen, it sounds legit. I'm like, dang. But then when you get to the gameplay, you're like, that and the gameplay itself needs to be fixed. Like, a lot of the moves, a lot of the selling, like, I've said this in millions of videos, where the selling needs to be different for each superstar. Big Show isn't gonna sell like somebody else. They've actually implicated that in a little bit, but when you punch a big person, sometimes he just like deflects it. He doesn't fall or anything. I like how they did that, but like, for example, if I hit a curb stomp on Ziggler, he shouldn't sell it like AJ Styles. He should sell it like Ziggler. You know how Ziggler be bouncing around and shit. AJ Styles most of the time does not do that. If I hit a super kick on AJ Styles, he should sell like AJ Styles, not Ziggler. Ziggler might do a little backflip with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying. Hit the Booker T. You know what I'm trying. Like if I hit a super kick on Big Show or a super kick on Braun Strowman, he shouldn't fall down. Like he should fall down, but or maybe to his knees or something like that. Because sometimes he does that in real life where he doesn't fall completely, or he just fall down, and then maybe had to hit another super kick. Things like that. Selling should be better. When you're knocked out, I've said this. If you go back for the 3 to 4 years, I've said this. When you get knocked out, nobody lays like this. Nobody lays like this, Brad. I swear to you. I've seen people like throughout the years. People don't lay like this when they get knocked out. Usually they have their arms like this. Like 2K needs to stop with that bullshit and literally just fix when you get when you're laying on the ground, you're knocked out or you're hurt. Like, they need to fix how that looks, because that honestly, needs to be changed 100%. And this is my WWE 2K issues. I don't know if I think I've done this WWE 2K issues. I'm gonna actually check really quick if I ever did a WWE 2K issues. I think I've done this before. Actually, no. I thought I did a WWE 2K issues video. I did a what we want. Oh, okay. Alright, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to get to 20,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. One love, peace, catch you guys later. Subscribe, stay blessed, man. See ya. Peace.